Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're back at it with this If Questions for Teens book. As you can see, it's getting a little bent out of shape, literally, but that's okay. So we're gonna go right from where we left off and answer a few questions. If you're not familiar with this series, I have this book that my sister gave me, If Questions for Teens, and it has basically just a bunch of thought-provoking questions, and I answer them for you, and then I encourage you to also answer them, at least one, in the comment section below. So let's get to it. First question. If there's one way in which people tend to treat you younger than you are, what would you say it is? That's a good question. Now, I am 20 years old, and I know I look like I'm 13, but I'm not 13, and people tend to treat me younger than I am. And I would say one way in which that is that they think that if I don't get my way, I'm gonna be really upset. So they're like, what does Annie want to do? And I'll say what I want to do, and people think that it has, like, if that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be so disappointed. And I know that's super caring of them, and they're doing it because they think, you know, I really care, but I'm old enough to know that other people's opinions matter too. It's not just about what I want, it's also about what others want. Yes, I might be a little disappointed, but it's not the end of the world, and I think sometimes people tend to act like I'm gonna think it's the end of the world if I don't get my way, and that's just not the case. And yes, I appreciate the caring, and the people really seem to care that what I want. But not everything has to go my way like a little kid. You know, they act, oh, it has to go my way, I'm gonna cry. That's not the case. But anyway, that's a way people treat me younger. I don't know if it really makes sense. I'm trying not to sound like a brat, but so I keep repeating that I really appreciate that people care. I just want them to realize that I'm old enough to take disappointment. Question number 2. If you could master one extreme sport, which would it be? One extreme sport, which would it be? I would say, is ice dancing an extreme sport? What's an extreme sport? I don't know the definition of an extreme sport, but if ice dancing is an extreme sport, ice dancing, which is basically dancing on ice skates. Another, if I had to choose something more extreme, it would probably be, what's it called when you jump out of a plane? Skydiving. Skydiving, probably. Just like master skydiving, be super good at it. So those are 2. Another question. If you went shopping with a friend who suddenly started shoplifting, what would you do? First, I would be shocked out of my mind. And then I would hesitate. I would definitely hesitate, and I would think about just not doing it. No, I would think about doing nothing about it, because it's none of my business, but it is my business, because it's my duty to prevent things like that. So I would probably look at my friend and say, you can't do that. I'd probably just be straight up like, no, you can't do that. That's wrong. And I can't let you do that. And I will be a squirreler on you, because I can't let you steal. So yeah, I'd be a squirreler, guys, so don't shoplift around me, because I will be a squirreler. And it's not even being a squirreler, it's being a good citizen. So yeah, if you feel like you're squealing, you're really just being a good citizen and doing your job as a citizen. And hopefully that threat will make them just not shoplift, and you won't have to worry about it. If you wanted proof of your best friend's loyalty and trust, what would most readily convince you? Ooh, good question. Something that really, to me, shows that a friend really is loyal to you, really cares about you, really loves you, is when they defend you when you're not around. So let's say, I'm gonna make up a friend. My friend Zoe. No, I have a friend Zoe. So let's make up another friend. My friend Brianna. My friend Brianna is hanging out with some other friends of mine, and I'm not there. And then my other friends start trash talking me or being like, just talking behind my back. And then Brianna defends me and be like, hey guys, that's not cool. She's a great person and it's not cool to talk about her like that. And then maybe give my side about maybe why I behaved the way I did about something, or maybe just telling them to have a little more compassion. And yeah, just basically defending my back and talking great about me when I'm not around. So yeah, that's how they would prove it. And probably the last question I will have is, if you were to describe the ways in which boys are more competitive than girls and vice versa, what would you say? I would say when it comes to muscles, boys are more competitive than girls. When it comes to hair, boys are more competitive than girls. When it comes to sports, they're about equal. When it comes to a number of friends and popularity, I would say girls tend to be more competitive than boys. Not saying that girls have more friends, but that they're more competitive about maybe who their friends are, possibly the amount of friends, or how popular they are among their friends, how cool their friends are compared to other people, that sort of thing. I also think status is, like, financial status maybe, is more a girl thing. Like, who has more money is more of a girl thing, where guys tend to not care as much. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule. That's just my perception. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, share this video with others, and please answer at least one of the questions below in the comments section. I'm going to just quickly repeat the questions to you so that you can choose one to answer. If there's one way in which people tend to treat you younger than you are, what would you say it is? If you could master one extreme sport, which would it be? If you wanted proof of your best friend's loyalty and trust, what would most readily convince you? If you were to describe the ways in which boys are more competitive than girls and vice versa, what would you say? And if you went shopping with a friend who suddenly started shoplifting something, what would you do? So please answer one of those below. Again, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.